The boot is actually smaller than in the Elise. Morning, what's up guys? This is the last time you're gonna see this room. I'm driving to Monaco. I'm in a bit of a rush. I need to go pick my car up where it's being stored. Currently, the Lotus Exige Sport 380. Bunch of videos have been posted with that car. And today I'm doing my first ever road trip with it. Trying to get the break-in miles done as quickly as possible so that I can enjoy the car properly. But Geneva to Monaco, it's about 600 kilometers, mostly motorway, so I need to, well, you know what, I'll explain it in the car. Let's just go get the car, shall we? I hope I have enough space in the car for, that's my sister, by the way, right there. I hope I have enough, and that's my dog. I hope I have enough space in the Exige for all of my bags, because I got a bunch of stuff. Well, all a little bit of a rush, but I've had to come to Classical Motors, which is why there's another Lotus behind there, just to drop off some papers quickly. And as it's right next to my house, that was pretty easy. But now I'm about to continue on the drive. It's going to be about a 6-hour drive, 600 kilometers, as I said, down to Monaco, where I'm finally going to be able to hopefully put the mileage on this car to be able to get it to its running period and then experience it on the roads down there. With top marks coming up and everything, when all the other boys are there, I want to have it run in so that I can properly enjoy it. But before I get too delayed or anything, I'm going to hop into the car. It's beautiful weather. It shouldn't be too busy because it's not the weekend and we're going to be able to enjoy it. But doesn't it look good out in the sun? Anyways, let's get in. Just quickly, I'm going to show you if I crack the boot open. The boot is actually smaller than in the Elise, so I don't have much room. So I got 2 bags in there. In the passenger seat, I've got the drone and my camera bag. There isn't massive amounts of space because before, in the Elise, I used to be able to stuff stuff down the side, but now there's the battery and all the commands there. So I can stuff it down that side, but that's about it. Right, let's hop in. Okay, over the carbon. This is how I'm gonna have it. So you got your sport and race modes. If I press sport, I don't know if you hear it get a tiny bit louder. So that's sport, and then race, you have to press and hold. And it goes into race and it gets even louder, but that's all traction off and everything. So I am actually going to just leave it in touring mode and cruise along, make the most of having a quiet car for once. Yeah, so basically just gonna hit the road. I probably should get going. So anyways, I'll catch up with you guys in a tiny bit. I'm going to do the first little bit and then I'll catch up with you. First time I filmed with it at these sorts of speeds, but comfort was one of the main reasons why I wanted to change out of my Lotus Elise. So for those of you who are new here, this is the Lotus Exige Sport 380, which is the latest and fastest model that the English sports car maker Lotus make. And before this, I had the Lotus Elise Club Racer, which is sort of the lightest, one of the most hardcore, cheapest models they make, slowest as well. So I had that before and I put a straight pipe on it, which made the car ridiculously loud. It had no valves and nothing to stop the sound. So when I've moved up to this, one of the things I was most excited about was having it slightly more usable, particularly for road trips, because I drive a lot, some long distances across Europe or things like that. That was one of the things I was most excited about. And so far, it's really paid off. I mean, it's not a Rolls Royce in here, I'm not going to lie to you. There's quite a lot of road noise, quite a lot of wind noise as well coming in from this sort of area. And the seats and suspension aren't that comfortable. But it is a massive step up from what the Elise was. First of all, I can hear myself think really easily. I have variable valve control on the exhaust. So I just press a valve. So if I get out of cruise control, if I switch it on, all of a sudden it gets a lot louder. So that's with the valve on, and then that's with the valve off. I don't know if you guys can that'll come up on camera, but valve on, valve off, or loud or quiet, you get what I'm saying. So basically, this car can really go from being a really nice sounding loud sports car to being quiet and civilized. It's amazing how much of a difference the valve makes actually. There aren't many cars where it makes a really big, considerable difference, but this it does. So that's the first thing, which is really, really nice. These seats as well, despite being the fully carbon fiber ones, are actually more comfortable than the ones I had in my Lotus Elise, which is surprising. They're very supportive, but they're wide around the top. There's more space for your shoulders, and you're not directly onto plastic. You've got a layer of leather as well, which is quite nice to have, and also makes a difference. One noticeable thing that I hadn't thought of, but that is really nice, is that the car's heavier. It's 200 kilos heavier. The Elise was about, give or take, 900 kilos, slightly less. And this is give or take 1100 kilos. So this is 200 kilos heavier, but that actually makes a difference on the track, obviously. But on the motorway, when you're overtaking trucks, or right now where I can feel that it's windy, it means I don't feel all of the surrounding elements as much as I did in the Elise, which makes a difference. That makes you feel like you're in something more proper, something more solid when you're driving on these roads. And that's something I hadn't predicted, which is actually really nice. Another difference, which is actually not positive this time, is that visibility is probably not as good in this car as in the Elise. So behind me I've got the engine bay slats and a massive wing, which means that visibility out of the back is pretty limited, to say the least. But out of the side it's not bad, and in front of me I can see pretty well and round to the side. So it's not too bad, but definitely not as good as it was in the Elise. Now the big surprise, which is something I did not expect until I test drove the 380, is the suspension. The suspension is actually surprisingly compliant. Right now I'm in touring mode, which is the most comfortable mode you can have this car in. So you got touring, sport and race, as I showed you earlier. And in touring like this, it's really, really usable. And it's actually, it kind of reminds me slightly of the McLaren system, where you can have it really hard, because race in this car is solid. I mean, that's really racetrack only kind of suspension behavior. But in touring mode, it's really usable and really nice for trips like this. Mixed with the seat, makes a big difference. And then, last but not least, is the cruise control. This car has a really nice, easy to use cruise control system. I mean, it takes a little bit of fiddling with get used to it at first, but once you're used to it, it's very simple. And that was one thing that was missing in the Elise, and I really wanted it. For road trips like this, it's so nice. It makes a real difference. The air conditioning system is the same, but the switches are slightly brighter and easier to see. And the sound system is slightly better than in my Elise. Still not very good, but slightly better. So those are my initial impressions of driving this car for a little bit. And it's really, really nice and really special to be able to do this in my own car. I can't believe it. So I think this is more of an analysis of what this car is like taken out of the track, because most videos or articles I've seen on this car, what is it like to properly race one of these on the track and everything? Well, I'm interested in that too, and I will talk about that as well. But I'm going to show you guys what it's like to live with one of these cars. And the first thing I'm doing, as my experience of having one of these and living with one, is taking it on a trip. And so far, it's doing very, very well. First petrol stop then. I'm not out, but I got 1 bar left. Come on, focus. There you go. So I got 1 bar left after doing about 250 kilometers. Not the best car on fuel then, that's the conclusion of that, but it has to be done. So I'm gonna fill up, I'm gonna buy a few supplies. Oh, that looks good. I bought one of these phone holder case things, which seems pretty legit. How does it work? Nope. Okay, I think I've got it. Now that's all set up, time to hit the road again. Oh, I just want to blast this thing, but this running period, it's like torture, because all you want to do is like rev it out properly. This gearbox though, so pleasant. I can go up to 4,000, but not over. So, let's get back on the motorway. cruising until we get to Monaco, but so far this car for long trips, look, ready? Valve off, let's cruise. The peage is a highlight in this car because it is one of the slight opportunities where I can accelerate a tiny bit. Right. So meaty, and the gear shift, it's just so nice. It's so erotic feeling and natural and raw and loud in here. It is loud and it echoes throughout the driver's cabin. Wow. Alright, come on, we're getting there, we're nearly home, and this first road trip will have proved to me that the upcoming road trips are going to be really fun and surprisingly relaxing with this car. The sun's going down, so I just wanted to do one last video before I get home to give you a bit of a recap of what I've analysed on how this car is overall on the trip. It is bloody beautiful is what this car is for trips like this. Honestly, the whole Lotus being hardcore, yes it's hardcore, yes it's track focused, but I mean, I don't know if this is because I used to daily a straight pipe to lease, that probably has something to do with it, but this is usable as well. With their new settings, where you have all your different settings to go from sport, race and comfort or touring or whatever they call it, that it makes a huge difference, and this car has now genuinely become usable and road trip friendly. This is really one of those cars you can drive to the track, set an insane lap time, and then drive back, and you won't have broken your bank account, hopefully, in the meantime. So I'm blown away by this car, and just overall I'm so happy, because I was nervous it would be uncomfortable and loud and just not fun to take on road trips, but it turns out that now I'm cruising in cruise control, I'm comfortable, I got the sound system going. This is perfect. It's roomy in here, it's airy, aircon works perfectly. It's not like an asthmatic person with a straw, as Jeremy Clarkson would say, sitting behind the dashboard just blowing air at you like so yeah, no, which is what it kind of was like on the Elise. Much better, huge step up from the Elise, and I can't wait to take this on more adventures. So I'm going to join up with you back at home. The car's now filthy, by the way. It's got bug marks all over the place. I'm glad I had it BPF because I'm not as worried about stone chips or anything. Still keeping a distance from the car in front. But yeah, anyways, I will catch up with you guys at home. Finally, all my stuff is down here, and I'm just gonna say goodbye because I am absolutely exhausted. I need to eat. I'm starving. I got takeout pizza arriving in a second. So I just want to say thank you for watching. It was an amazing first trip. The car is unbelievable. I couldn't be happier with it. And yeah, I'm just gonna end the video here. So thank you so much for watching. As per usual, please remember to subscribe, switch your notifications on if you haven't, and I'll see you for another video.